and the lowest status will remain same as set. The lowest status will be changed to receive when all the vendor replies we have received, then the lowest and highest status remains same. Okay, so for request for quotation we have seen two status. One is created, now it's sent. Now we will see how we will receive it. Okay, for now we need to update the price information for this particular quotation line by the vendor. Okay, by the vendor, what they will do, they will have access to vendor portal and they will do that. In case if they don't have vendor portal access, and on behalf of them you are updating the price. Okay, so for that what you need to do, under quotation we have replies, you'll click on manage replies. Okay, so these are the four vendors. You can see at here different number, it is mapped 13, 14, 15, 16. So these are the sub case IDs against case ID in case IDs against this request for quotation. Our request for quotation number is 10. So if you see these three vendor like 13, 14, 15, 16, these are the sub case number, okay, which is mapped against this particular request for quotation. Okay, to update the price information on behalf of vendor, what we need to do, on top you can see edit and drop down. Click on this particular edit and drop down and you will click on edit RFQ reply. So you can see there is no edit RFQ reply. The reason behind this is we have not enabled certain parameter. For that we will go back to the setup, document sourcing parameter. Okay, we'll go to the request for quotation. So I just enable the RFQ reply. The purchaser can be edit the RFQ reply request under the RFQ request for quotation as yes, and allow question vendor question as yes. Okay, I will show how vendors can ask the questions. Let me go to the all request for quotation. Let me edit. Let me go to the manage replies. Edit. Now you can see there are these two action button has been enabled. Previously you can able to view the edit RFQ and edit RFQ reply is disabled. After enabling one parameter, that is allow purchasing to participate in bid, that I have enabled as yes, that toggle, then these two options will be enabled. Okay, so for 13 I have selected number 13 over here, case sub case number 13, edit RFQ reply. Okay, so on behalf of vendor I am updating the price information for this particular request for quote. So I will click on edit RFQ reply. Okay, so if I scroll down you can see the quantity and unit has been updated from the purchase requisition. So the vendor will update the price, like for example I'm updating price as 4,500, and based on that my net amount is calculated, and I will click on submit. We'll discuss more in these information in vendor portal. I will demonstrate. I have a live instance. You don't have vendor portal, no one will train you at outside vendor portal in lively. Okay, so let me quickly update same thing for the other rest of the four. 7500, submit. So I'm just updating the price information on behalf of vendor. Okay, for that let me explain you what I have done it. So first I have selected this particular subcase number 15. I will go to the edit on top and I will click on edit RFQ reply. Okay, once I click on edit RFQ reply, so this is the on the vendor portal. When the vendor click on bid, accept bid, so at here he will update his unit price. Okay, and he will press tab and he will click on submit. So once he clicked on submit, the bid will be successfully submitted. Okay, now this is also done. Let me submit for the last one, 16, edit RFQ reply. So let me update the unit price and I will click on submit. So far, any doubt?
No, Gautam.
Okay. So far what we have done is we have created the purchase requisition. From purchase requisition to we have done the request for quotation. Under request for quotation we have invited the vendor and now we have received the quotation from vendor. Okay. Now we need to finalize the vendor. Okay. So you can see for these sub cases we have received the price information, per unit price information. Okay, you can see this is the per unit price information. For each case we have done it. Okay, now we need to finalize the vendor. Among these four vendor we need to select any one. Okay, for that what we need to do, let me go a step back. Okay, so this is my purchase request for quotation. Okay, under quotation replies you can see compare replies. Click on this particular compare reply. Okay, now you can see for each uh, vendor information you may find header and line. Okay, so and also you can see the total amount. Okay, and this is the product. If you see the line information, which is the status is create received. Okay, you can see the quantity and the unit price and the net amount. Okay, so among these which one is the lowest? So either you can filter over here, like for example on total amount, click on this particular drop down and you can pick sort it with lowest to largest. It will be sort, and based on that you will check that particular vendor which you are selecting it. Okay, let's imagine I am selecting LTL vendor. Okay, you can see on left side the first column is mark, so you will check the checkbox with that particular mark which you are selecting it. Okay, and you will click on accept. So before clicking on accept, let me open in another tab. Before that I want to showcase one more thing, purchase all purchase requisition. Okay, this is our purchase requisition. Let me open. Okay, now you can see there is no price, unit price, net amount and vendor information. Okay, these fields are blank, vendor account and vendor name, these four fields are blank. Okay, once I click on accept, this particular L vendor, okay, code and name, and as well as this amount and this unit price will auto populate in my purchase equation. Okay, so let me click on accept. Okay, this vendor I have selected. So once I click on OK, the remaining three quotations like 1001 air carrier and 1003 has been submitted the quotations, right? These three quotations will be rejected. So at here rejected in the sense they have lost the bid, and LTL vendor is accepted, so he won the bid. Okay, now you can see under acceptance we are able to see only one vendor. Okay, so once this once we have finalized the vendor, okay, the status of this particular, I mean, let me refresh. The status of this particular request for quotation status is accepted and rejected. Accepted is my highest status, rejected is my lowest status. The why it is accepted and rejected in two different status for this particular request for quotation. We have two different status. One is accepted in the sense for those vendor which we have selected and accepted it, that particular vendor has won the bid, and the rejected in the sense. Okay, so I have reshared my screen. Hope you are able to view it.
Yes, Mahesh.
So at here the accepted, we have total four vendors which we have mapped under this bidding invitation, right? So in that three vendors has been rejected. It means that these three vendor has lost the bid. That was the reason our lowest status has been rejected. The highest status is accepted. The reason behind is that we have finalized one vendor which is suits under my budget for the company, and I am accepting this particular vendor. Okay, so that was the reason there are two different status, rejected and accepted. Okay, so totally there will be four different status. One is created, sent, received, accepted, rejected. So these are the five status which you will able to see under the request for quotation. Okay, so this is the final status, and once we have received this particular status, it means that the request for quotation case has been completed. Okay, so my our request for quotation part is completed.